How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we're going to talk about the media pressing Trump about being the first president since 2002 to not visit the troops during Christmas time. Then we're going to talk about the media's reaction when he did, in fact, go visit troops during Christmas time over in Iraq in an active war zone. Now, before we even get into it, I just want to say that the stat was foolish from the beginning. Right when I heard it, I'm like, okay, the first president since '02. You're only talking about two people. You're talking about George W. Bush and Barack Obama. It's not like this big, long tradition that you always go visit the troops during Christmas time, that Trump was the first person to break. We're talking about two people, okay? Bush did not go in 2001 after 9/11 or in '02. He went in '03 to '08. Obama did it all 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. But we got to put that in context, too. Bush would go to Walter Reed Medical Center in D.C. So all you got to do is just come outside the White House, go down the road, and visit the troops right there, the Wounded Warriors. He did do that, and hats off to him. That's a great thing. But he didn't go overseas and do all this kind of stuff. Barack Obama would go visit the troops in Marine Corps Base Hawaii, which is right up the road from where he'd be on vacation with his wife and his kids. I can imagine how it went. Michelle, go get the kids. Go get Sasha. Go get what's the other one's name? I don't know. Go get them. Let's go to the base. He didn't like go overseas and go on an active war zone. He never did that during Christmas time. Obama, that is. And I'm pretty sure the same thing is true about George W. Bush. But here we are with Donald Trump. He goes to Iraq during Christmas time to visit the troops. Now, the headlines of these articles talking about Trump's first presidents not visited troops during Christmas time since 2002 still remain, although they have like little disclaimers at the top, maybe a little retraction at the bottom, but they're not changing the actual headline. I see the article right here, and I'll place it on the screen before you. The headline has not changed, but they put a little insert right there to tell you, oh, well, things have changed since the article first came out. Well, if things change, why hasn't the headline changed? I don't know, but I digress. Now, when he actually went to Iraq, he got criticized for doing that because the troops came up to him and were enthusiastic about his visit. You had this one lady talking crazy about the troops because she does not really agree with how they were behaving. Check this out.
At his Make America Great Again hat. Is that unusual to see the president doing that on base? Does this run the risk of the president, facing some accusations that he's turning some of this into a campaign stop? What do you think?
Well, this is very interesting. The pool reporters traveling said that the troops brought the hats with them, including one hat that said Trump 2020. We will have to see if that actually proves to be the case. The question is, if they brought them or if the president brought them, what commander allowed that to really happen? Because this is very much against military policy and regulation. Troops are not supposed to be involved in political activities. The U.S. military is not a political force. And there's no question the saying Trump 2020 and Make America Great Again, those are political slogans of a Trump campaign. They are not governmental sayings, to say the least.
See that right there? Are you trying to tell on the troops? Are you trying to get them in trouble? This reminds me of what was going on when we went to YBLS. Remember that video I did where you had East Room Emily talking about, oh, how are they behaving in the East Room? This is sacred. All this, that, and the third.
It was quite a sight in the White House earlier today. The president delivering remarks at the Young Black Leadership Summit in what sounded to the ear more like a MAGA rally than an East Room gathering. The crowd at times chanting USA, build the wall, lock them up, and fake news. Peter Baker, you have covered and I have worked many events in the East Room. The East Room is where President John F. Kennedy's body lay in repose, along with the bodies of, I believe, 6 other American presidents after they died. I have never seen it house a crowd chanting fake news, chanting CNN sucks. Yep. I wonder if there's a string to be drawn between the political discourse and the conduct of groups that go to the White House.
We're excited to see the president. We love the country. We appreciate what the president is doing. We're excited to be there. You got a bunch of kids who have never been to D.C., let alone on a plane. They're excited to be there. I was excited to be there. What's the big deal? It's the same thing with this lady here. You can call her Baghdad Barbara. She's mad at the troops because they came up to the president with their hats talking about, oh, this could be a violation. This might not be legal. You got to be nonpartisan, is that and the third. I mean, come on. This is the current president. Why can't they be enthusiastic about their actual leader? Because let's not forget, the president is the top dog. He's the leader of all, the military, the whole squad. So what's the big deal? I don't really know. I think people are upset that people just happen to like Trump and happen to want him to do well for the country. Then the media also decided to criticize Melania Trump, talking about, oh, she's got on combat boots. Combat boots. Look, I've worn plenty of 6-inch wheat Timberland boot in my day. I know what they look like. That's what she had on. So what's the big deal? Look, remember when they had the storm? I forget what storm that was. If you know, let me know in the comments below. Remember that when she had on the stilettos, the high heels? Oh, she can't wear that. You know, how are you going to wear something like that in this bad condition? It's raining. It's been a natural disaster or whatever the case may be. I'm not exactly sure what happened right now as I'm talking, but I know it was some kind of event like that. Some kind of storm or something. But now she goes to an active war zone and, in my opinion, wears the appropriate attire. Something that, you know, can cover yourself up. You're in Iraq, obviously. And also, you got a bunch of guys and girls running around in combat boots. And there may be things on the ground. You want to protect yourself and be comfortable. So why not wear a pair of 6-inch wheat Timberlands? People talking about, you know, culture. They're bringing culture into it, talking about black issues. I'm like, man, please. Like, no race owns Timberland boots. Okay. And I'm pretty sure last time I checked, Timberland was not a black owned company. So I don't even know why we went there. She just happened to wear some boots. Who cares? But you know what? The media care. The celebrities care. People like Alyssa Milano. Who was that? Montel Williams. Alyssa Milano actually copied and pasted the headline from NBC talking about the first press since '02 during Christmas time. I was at in the third. I'll place that on the screen before you and also place the article on the screen before you. I mean, verbatim. That's why we call these kind of individuals NPCs. Where is the original thought? You could have at least phrased that thing in your own words rather than lifting it straight from the headline. This is why I don't like when they don't change headlines or when they jump the gun or when they overreact to things like this. When they put out BS stats, the average person who is kind of feeble-minded or who may be ill-informed, misinformed is going to easily believe something like that when you put it out there. Especially when you don't change it, because all they're going to remember is that first thing. And if you don't change it, you can't even really convince them. You can't tell them anything. You can show them pictures, but then when you show them that, then it becomes something else. Oh, the troops shouldn't have been so celebratory. Oh, Melania Trump's boots. Oh, Trump only did it because he was being pressured. Shaming him works. If shaming the president worked, you can get him to do whatever you want him to do because you're shaming him. Then why is he not backing off the wall? You got Democrats, leftists, whatever you want to call them, every day talking about the wall is racist, the wall won't work, you got kids dying, all this, that, and the third. Stop doing this, open borders. He's not being shamed into reversing his stance on the wall. So why would he be shamed into going to Iraq? Just because he didn't tell you doesn't mean he wasn't going to do it. As far as I know, he was in the White House working on Christmas Day for free, mind you, because he's not taking a salary. And then he decides on that Christmas night to go to Iraq. Okay, maybe it's been planned for weeks, months, who knows? At the end of the day, as I close, I think it was a good thing that Trump went to Iraq to visit the troops. Hopefully, we'll be able to get troops away from there as well. The Iraqi government, if I'm not mistaken, came out and said they want U.S. withdrawal. Hey, I'm for it if it makes sense. I think we do have a base right there, so that might not be as easy as you think. And that's a key location in case we need to do something over there in that particular region of the world. But who knows? As long as we have minimal overseas presence, then I'm good with that. I'll settle for that. No overseas presence will be better, but minimal at best, I'm all good. And also, one thing the news doesn't tell you is that he went to Germany too. So he goes to two places, Iraq and Germany, during quote unquote Christmas time. And he doesn't really get a lot of credit for it. Barack Obama and George W. would go down the street from where they were. Go down the street, go to the Marine Corps base, visit the troops, all good. If you're George W. and his wife, you can go down outside the White House, visit the troops at the hospital, come on back to the White House, maybe go to Camp David, which is right up in Maryland, close to Pennsylvania, and you're good money. So that's all I got to say. Thank you to Trump for proving the haters wrong all the time. It brings me a lot of joy to see the media squirm and try to defend themselves when they know that they're wrong. So what do you think? Do you think that Donald Trump went to Iraq and Germany, 2 places, because of media pressure at the last minute? Now, I don't know how easy it is to coordinate Secret Service, travel, weather, all that kind of stuff when you're going halfway around the world to visit the troops. I mean, I don't know if you can do that at a moment's notice because a report came out from some leftist media organization. I'm not really sure how possible that is, but maybe it is. If you know more about that, let me know in the comments below. But do you think he was planning for this a while in advance and did not alert the media? Because the media, they're going to try to, anything that he does is never enough. If he does not go, he's bad. If he does go, it's bad. Melania has on Timberland boots. That's offensive. I'm triggered, but I think I'm pretty much done. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace. Also, check out my website, anthonyblogan.com. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the ABO podcast on Patreon. Also, donate through PayPal. That's all I got. See y'all next time.